Oh, there we go. Okay, so it looks like right away that MrAfroman is going to have a bit of an edge in this race because he is using the Japanese version, which can help with, or which enables a few glitches in the run, such as some tech skips that English can't use, like going through mouse holes and whatnot. There we go. Looks like the streams are synced up now. The text also can move faster in Japanese. Like, there's just less space for text boxes to go by. Yeah, and MrAfroman already has a bit of a lead, finishing up the first room. If you don't know, there's a glitch called... oh, what is it called? Key? Whatever. It's called, oh, I'm blanking on it. That's great. But there's a little... Oh, it's called map glitch, yeah. So before the game starts, you can enable something called map glitch, and it will turn off the little map animation that opens up after you grab every key. So if you don't know, that's why that little animation isn't going off. Right here, you'll see in some of the other rooms that the runners opt to go for doubles, but for that set of ghosts in particular, it's faster to go for the first ghost, because the second set of ghosts here spawn faster the faster you suck up that first ghost. MrAfroman's just finishing up the third room. Yeah, it looks like MrAfroman's got about a 10-second lead so far. Heading into the first boss ghost room. Or no, I guess not boss ghost, portrait ghost room. This is really where player preference comes in, because you can take the ghost into a few different places. You can take him to the bottom corner or the top corner. It really doesn't matter as long as the suck up is good. You'll see Sandy having a little bit of trouble here, bringing him into the bottom corner, but eventually he gets him there. Now, most of the time you'll see people bringing Lydia into the top corner of the room, because if you bring her anywhere else, the room seems to lag a lot. And it just lags less if you bring her to the top corner of the room. It's Ghost. Come on. There we go. And here's Sandy entering the ghost. Now, this is the first real like speedrunning tactics sort of thing. This is something you'd never see in casual, is the setup for this fight. You will be catching the balls that Chauncey throws at you using interesting setups. Like right there, MrAfroman gets the first ball catch. You want to bring Chauncey down to about 50 health, just like he did there. Or it'll make a slower cycle. He'll throw out more horses. Let's see if Sandy can pick up the first one. And he does miss it, but he catches it on the rebound. And for the second ball catch, you want to get hit. And it'll give you some invincibility frames, as he's showing you here, and you can abuse that to catch the second ball as well. Not bad for their times. And it looks like Sandy won't be getting the second ball catch quite either. Unfortunately. Alright, so the runners have a little bit of downtime right now. There are segments between each boss ghost where you can just rest your hands a little bit, because this game can be a little mechanically heavy. Now we're about to head on to Area 2. And we'll see what kind of times they'll have. Yeah, Afroman making his way to the first floor bathroom. With Sandy not too far behind. Probably got 20-30 second lead on Sandy here. You see that players drag the keys as close as they can to the door. It's just kind of an optimized movement technique, I guess. Or MrAfroman, I mean. At least doubles can be a little bit tricky, but MrAfroman seems to have a good hold on them. Yeah, that was pretty clean. Hopefully, MrAfroman gets good RNG in this room. Ballroom is the first instance of real, like, time-saving RNG with something called early release, where the dancers will show their hearts about, I think it's 15 seconds early or so. Oh, and it seems like Sandy's having a little bit of trouble with the doubles here. And here's another big skip. Something called poster skip. He'll set up for this right now, where you can actually, there's a poster on the wall that you need to pull off in order to push a button, but you can pull it off before you get there, saving a bit of time while you wait for the ghost to spawn. And it doesn't look like there's early release for Sandy either. And 10:13 Boo release time. It's not too shabby. It looks like it was a little bit behind this PB. Sandy getting that double there. It can be a rather tough double, but if you know what you're doing, you can scoop that one up pretty easy. Oh, he did not get poster skip though. See, that's the poster you have to pull off if you don't get it. So Mr. Afroman is here going to the first room, looking for boos. He does not find a boo in the table, which means he can set up a tech skip. So here's the first instance of a tech skip in the game, and he does accomplish it. If you pull off a tablecloth or enter a mouse hole while sucking up a boo, you'll cancel out EGAT's text. And it looks like the boo trolled him a little bit and sounded like he swapped, but didn't actually swap. So not too great RNG here. Let's see how Sandy does in this segment. Oh, that was good RNG in that room, though. Oh, looks like no boo on the table there either. So hopefully he can grab up a tech skip as well. Too bad. He read the radar a little wrong there. Now that's the first instance of a mirror warp. Throughout the game, oh, and he misses tech skip too, that's too bad. Throughout the game, there's a series of mirrors that you can just warp through. Actually, every mirror in the game, except for the one in Mirror Room, you can interact with your camera and then warp to. Looks like Sandy's not having too bad RNG here. And Afroman. Oh, that's too bad, it swapped on him. Again, bringing him to the door, just optimizing movement, making sure you're right next to the door as soon as you can. Same with moving to the mirror there. Oh, he interacts with the cabinet by accident. The hitboxes can be a little weird for the things you can interact with, so that happens. And of course, a very important part of the run, the toilet key. And another instance of mirror warping. Really, you want to mirror warp anytime it's faster to walk from the foyer to your destination than from where you currently are to your destination. In this instance, it's much faster to walk to the fire room from the foyer. Let's see. So we purposely take damage from these ghosts in order to set up a clean double. There's a way to do it damageless that's a little more difficult and seems to be a little bit slower if you can't do it properly. And now here's your first instance of a save and quit abuse. That's relatively new to the run since save and quit was first allowed. Here he'll save over the, like he'll pick up the medallion and then save. So when you pick up medallions, you get this long text, and if you save quit after you pick it up, you don't have to go through that text and you can just continue on. It's a nice little skip. Grand Butler now. Now, this is one of the more time-sensitive rooms, is the laundry room that you're about to see. You have to do it pretty tight, or you might miss the butler cycle. Here you grab one of Mario's items. Oh no! A mushroom in such a close room is not really what you want to see, but he does an okay job at just ignoring it. Oh, and he misses the double. He needs to move fast or he's gonna miss Butler Cycle. I don't think he got chest skip there. He was a little early. But he's just gonna... Oh no. Oh, okay, good. He did get the Butler Cycle. He had about a second there where Butler would have gone back to his original position and he would have had to go back and get it. Again. And here's the first instance of a Japanese tech skip that English cannot perform, going through a mouse hole. On English, if you suck up a boo while you're going through a mouse hole, it'll still give you the text box, even though you've skipped it in Japanese. And he does treasure him very well. Let's see how Sandy fares in laundry room. Yeah, see, there's that chest animation. You can skip that if you pick up the hat at the right time. But if you don't, you have to see that chest animation at least once. And you can do a tech skip there with the cloth there, but it's pretty difficult to do, and you need pretty good positioning. Oh, geez, yeah, and see, Sandy can't even complete laundry room there. He has to go and get the Butler Cycle or he's gonna miss it. Let's see. Here's a fun bit of RNG. See, so he has Mario 3, which means he has to move his cursor down one spot in order, or up one spot in order to get that, in order to input the right answer for Melody Song. But if you get water, you can just mash right through it. So you do save like half a second or so. It's, well, one frame if you do it perfectly. But usually you gotta think about it a little bit. Having a little bit of trouble there with the ghosts. They can be hard to control if you're not an expert. Just gonna burn them. And pick up the last one there. Good RNG. Well, kind of. Here, this is actually an elemental ghost, but it will spawn. It spawns into the room a little late, so if you open up its hiding spot and spray fire, you can just skip the element on it. Here, you'll pick up the water medallion like you did with the fire medallion, But yeah, never mind. Usually you want to spray the door first while you look for the boo, because there's a bit of a smoke animation that you can't go through the door with. So it's just saving time. Here's the dog, Mr. Bones. Here, if you actually shake the dog off in the right place, he'll start licking the bone while it's still in the air, and he'll save like about a second. And then you swag through the dog house. Let's see, there's a few different things you can do here. He looks for the more recent strats with the flashlight. Double stun thing. You can stun them with the water as well, or you can do singles. The doubles are just faster, obviously. Here we go. This boss can be a little bit tricky. We'll see how Afro fails, or fares. Hopefully not fails. Oh, this looks pretty good. Oh, I lost control a little bit. There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty clean one cycle. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, Sandy's accidentally releasing the blue ghost. Getting the element skip. Another little break after a boss ghost. Oh jeez. Yeah, the boo's in the cabinet. Usually you want to use your vacuum to check both those spaces. It's just like a 2-for-1, and if the boo's in that side of the room, you definitely gained a bit of time there. Yeah, depending on your position, the ghosts that you have to suck up there can spawn in different parts of the room. Usually you'll see him spawn in the plant area, though. You can not, like, usually you have to climb down ladders, but if you are spraying an element, you will not do the climbing animation, you'll just fall down. So that's a nice time save. And as you can see, Sandy did the water skip instead of the water double instead of the flashlight double there. It's just a preference. Let's see how he fares with Bogmire. It can be a pretty difficult ghost. If it gets away from you, that is. Grabbing another one of Mario's items there. Gotta get all 5 of those in order to complete the game. And of course Biff's room, where you just go on the treadmill and walk right past him. And yeah, it looks like he let him get away a little bit there and was unable to grab the 1 cycle. Right there, you see he shot water up into the ceiling there. There's that door that he just walked into is blocked by fire, but the fire extends downwards a little bit, so he can actually grab the... or he can actually release the door beforehand. And that's something I've never seen that before, is taking the ghost up to the ceiling with you. That's interesting. And this is your last elemental coin, the ice elemental. Oh, reading a bit wrong there. Probably in the chairs, or the, yeah, the chair there. Now, here are 2 rooms that you can sort of do in whatever way you want. Like, you could do Petunia's room first, or you can do Nana's room first. It's just a preference. Most runners will do Petunia's room first, though. Petunia can also be a bit of a tricky ghost if you let her get away from you. It can pull off with little to no warning. Here, you want to go for that yellow ball that Afroman grabbed first, or it'll run all the way to the other side of the room, and you'd have to go and get that. Whereas the other balls stay on the left side of the room. Not great RNG for Afroman here. Oh boy. Hopefully he can get control of this boo before... Yeah, and he does get it. That's good. If a boo runs away on you, you can have a little bit of trouble getting that back, because it can run into all sorts of different rooms. Gotta grab fire here for the next room. Oh, looks like Sandy got a stumble skip there. Skipping like a little stumble animation when you come off ledges. And this is another one that some runners do differently than others. Where some people go for the Shy Guy double, or... Yeah, see, this is how I do it too, is you go for the double here. And just grab the grabber ghost on his own before. The triple can be a little difficult to hold that grabber ghost in with. And if you spray one of the Shy Guys with an elemental, then things can go awry as well. And Sandy's on his way to getting his 3rd element. If you fall off the table, you gotta go all the way around and flip onto the ceiling and back again. So you don't want to do that. And here's my personal favorite point in the run, Moonshot. You gotta get these little yellow balls and shoot them in the moon. And it looks like Mr. Afroman's got it first try. And if you miss it, you lose about 30 seconds waiting for the second yellow one and then your second shot. You can tech skip off the tablecloths in that room, but it's very hard to set up and pretty slow. Here, runners will bring it up as they move back, just to optimize movement a little bit. Doing as much as you can in as much movement as possible. Let's see how Sandy fares with Petunia. There you go. Got him. Using that Biff key right there. Going for the third or fourth Mario item. Oh geez, it looks like, yeah, so this is what happens when you miss a ball against Nana, is you have to reset the whole room and shoot all three of them again. And see, as I said there, if you don't go for that that yellow ball over there, it'll go all the way across the room and you have to pick that up. So this is one of the only two rooms in the game where you can't see the ghosts, the other being mirror room. Mirror room, you see the mirror, like you see them through the mirror, and this one you just see their shadows. Sandy grabbing Nana Boo. And mirror warping again. Faster to just get to the foyer. Walk up to the twins hallway. Not great RNG for MrAfroman there. Oh, is it going to be in the lamp? Yeah, that's not what you want to see. Most of the time it's in the chair, but sometimes it can be in the ship and the lamp there. It's not really what you want to see. Some players will also elect to refill on fire at the fireplace there if they have to go all the way over there. But looks like MrAfroman thinks he's fine. Now, this is something that can give some people a little bit of trouble, is spinning those things up there. That can be real annoying sometimes. Oh, that's pretty good RNG. You can tell during the cutscene, Mario or Luigi's vacuum will actually keep vacuuming and shaking things. So you can see like boxes shaking during the cutscene, and that'll help a little bit. Let's see how Sandy fares in Moonshot. It can be a little awkward. Oh geez, I didn't even know you could take damage from those yellow balls. Dead on. Good for him. Unfortunately, it took that little bit of damage there, but that's not a big issue. Now, in the English version, there's actually music that plays over these cutscenes, but in the Japanese version, there just isn't for some reason. They just forgot to put it in. I don't really know what happened there with the music. Just cleaning out the boos in this hallway since they're relatively low health and quick boost to get. You want to avoid as many late game boos as possible, since you only need 40 out of 50 of them to clear the last hallway. So you opt to get the early boos first. And it looks like best RNG possible for this room. And you'll see another tech skip here that's relatively easy to set up, but you want to be very careful not to pull that cloth off first, or you won't get the tech skip. You need to make sure you pull it off after the boo gets in the vacuum. Little mistake there by Sandy, forgetting to open up, to turn on the projector there. Yeah, and you want to make sure you don't stand where ghosts are supposed to spawn, or they won't spawn. Oh, geez. Yeah, Sandy accidentally opened up the gold menu there. I think that's a Z press. But he ended up getting that triple anyways. So that's good. Good RNG, maybe? Nope. Not bad, though. Now, this room can be a little annoying with the pearls. They can get in your way a lot, so most runners will like to suck up all the pearls, just so Luigi doesn't auto-lock onto them and the boo gets away. You gotta make sure you grab ice here. Important for the run. You need the ice elemental to deal with some of the ghosts in the safari room. If you forget ice, you have to go back and get it. So that's a long time wasted. Sandy getting probably the worst RNG you want in that room. Here again, you can element skip. Spraying it before it spawns will just get rid of the elemental. And yeah, nice double right there by Afroman. Oh, where did that banana go? It just sort of went away. And here's Afroman on to probably my favorite boss in the game. Big boy Boo losses. Throughout the run, there's a few places where you can find these big hearts that replenish 50 health. If you're a little low on health, you can grab those. It's not much time lost. Looks like the Boo did switch there, back into the drawer. Oh, are we gonna get... Nice. That was a good phase. Good ball. So this boss can be a little tricky with the ice, because the ice can sometimes spawn way up or out of bounds. That's not a bad place for it to spawn. Sandy lining it up to manipulate the boost to just sort of like clump up and come in. Oh geez. Looks like it's a little off though, because there's some stragglers. Looks like this is going to be a clean, or a 2-cycle. That can get a little annoying because once there's, I think it's 4 or less, they start running and hurting you, and it can get a little tricky. But there's definitely a pretty optimal strat to deal with the 2nd cycle here, where you can just let them run at you. If they're behind you, they'll start running at you, and then you just spray ice when they try and pass you, and you get them. Definitely a tough boss to do casually, but pretty optimized speedrunning wise. Another little break. Now, Clairvoyant is a little bit of a tricky suck-up. You have to do a little bit of a different strategy than you usually do with other ghosts. Sorry. Yeah, both players just headed to where they need to be. Afroman grabbing Ghost or Fire here for a bit of a the flashlight skip. Luigi will pull out his flashlight and it'll make him stand still for a little bit. But if you if you spray some fire, then it won't. It'll skip the animation. You can do the same thing here to get him facing that way, because when this door opens, then the blackout comes and this place will be filled with ghosts, and if you're not facing that way, then ghosts will spawn and scare you right away. Oh geez. Yeah, that happens sometimes. If you drop an R input, the ghost will just disappear like that, obviously, because you let go. It's in the middle. Yeah, so I mean, not opting for the double, because again, it can be a little tricky to get the ghost in the right position. And Afroman, again, like something that different speedrunners will do is they'll go into sidestep or not. Sidestep can help with just positioning so ghosts don't spawn you, but it does lose a few frames. Or scare you, sorry, my bad. And Mr. Afroman does get a quite instant Grimly there, almost as soon as he opened the door. That can take a very long time to show his heart. Like, I feel like the longest I've seen is like 11 seconds or something crazy like that. Hopefully Sandy fares with the losses pretty well. I doubt we'll see either of these runners going for Breaker Boo one cycle, because it is quite a difficult boo to get and handle and control. Yeah, no, they're just gonna ditch that boo. Opt to go for Van Gore boo later on. And not grabbing the cellar room double either. Yeah, you can pick up that dust pile and spray and shake the barrel at the same time just to sort of optimize what you're doing there. Now this booth can be a little tricky because a lot of the stuff that comes out of the boxes and stuff there will make Luigi auto-lock, but Mr. Afroman did a pretty good job with that. And it looks like Sandy is also 2 cycling the losses. 3 left over instead of 4 though. Even with a perfect 1 cycle, sometimes the boo or a boo can get caught behind the statue, and that's never fun. Yeah, Sandy doing a bit of a different strat that I've never seen before. Usually you want to face away from the camera, but that works too, I guess. Just headed to where you need to go. Fire skip in there. Or flashlight skip. I believe this is where you head to soldiers now. Up to the rooftop. Now there's lots of fun little things you can find in these plants here, but we will not be getting to see any of that. Yeah, these are some of my favorite portrait ghosts too. Because you gotta activate and make the music. And then you get 3 different ones. I just think they're pretty unique and neat. You can get a double, or you can even get triple if you have enough control and you're good enough. But most runners will just do singles. It's the safest bet here. And right now I'm just gonna... Actually, never mind. Yeah. There's a few different things you can do here. You can spray them all and have them all gather up, and then spray their or suck their masks off. Looks like they're just going for the damageless one here. Oh geez, one of them punched there, so he's got to elect to do something a little different instead of bringing them over to the key. Yeah, and so you can see there too, he shoots out the element just so he doesn't have to go down the ladder. Now, Armory Room is probably one of the more trickier rooms in the mansion. There's a lot of different strats you can do. This updated strat, the newest one, seems pretty consistent and nice though. Oh, he did get a mushroom there. That's a little annoying. Looks like he can just avoid that though. Yeah. And he seems to do it pretty good. Good job, Afro. This boo is probably one of the hardest boos to just handle and get in one cycle. Just because it's quick to run away. Not great RNG. Oh, there was a double cackle in there. Oh, 2 double cackles, he's losing it. Oh, he did end up to get it. He did end up getting it, that's good. That's really nice. Then he still got that with 2 double cackles there. I believe a boo will cackle 15 times. You can control its cackles with R pumping. But if you R pump incorrectly, the boo will double cackle sometimes, and that'll lead to the boo flying away faster than you want it to. This room, you grab the ice. You just sort of ignore the ghosts. Turn on the water, grab the key, and just walk out. You don't really have to clear this room. Because the room doesn't have to be light in order to get the key. This room is also much easier in the Japanese version than the English version because the in the English version Hidden Mansion you take double damage, whereas in Japanese you don't. So the spikes in here I think deal 40 damage. And yeah, that's not fun to get hit by. Yeah, so it's 20 in Japanese and 40 in English. That can be a instant run killer if you get hit by one, unfortunately, it's sometimes. My favorite key collection animation, because of the ice physics, Luigi just sort of nopes off screen. This can be a difficult boo, to say the least, because of ice physics. But it looks like Afroman has got good control here. Yeah, nice. Another good boo by Afroman. Opting to save quit to get to the foyer faster. Sandy on his way to the soldiers. Now, that door right there is one of the only doors you don't want to flashlight skip out of. Because if you flashlight skip it through that door, you'll get scared by that orange or yellow ghost there. And it's faster to just let the flashlight animation happen than to get scared by that ghost. Okay, Sandy opting to go for the middle guy first. A little risky. Seems to work out though. Could go for a double here. Yeah. Now you always want to, you always want to aim for grabbing one of them instead of trying to get both at the same time. You'll just have an easier time picking up the double. Let's see how Afroman does in Angor. Now, most of these triples are pretty easy to get. Oh yeah, looks like... Oh geez, there was one ghost there that Sandy didn't grab the mask off of, and it wrecked that entire section there for him. And again, there was one guy there who didn't grab with the flashlight. That's why... Oh geez, yeah, that's why just burning them is usually best, because things like this can happen. Right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, looking for Van Gorbu. Well, Sandy's getting a rooftop key. This boo, I don't think it's possible to one cycle it, but that was a very good first cycle right there. Oh jeez. The boo giving him a little love tap before going back into Van Gore's room. And yeah, that was a pretty clean 2 cycle. By Afroman. This looks like 101, maybe? I'm a little rusty with my times. Sandy having a little trouble here in Armory. Yeah, it looks like he's opting for the older strat that I'm more familiar with. I think he forgot a ghost, though. Oh no, he didn't. I'm wrong. Yeah, Sandy making his way down to the final hallway. This door checks if you have 40 boos. If you don't, it kicks you back to the foyer. Oh geez, yeah. See, this boo's quick to run away, hard to get. There's a few things you can do to help with that, but sometimes it's just gone. And it looks like it went back into our room, so that's good. Yeah, it can be a little difficult because of those statues cutting off half the room. Now, here, hopefully this is going to be a 2-cycle Bowser. That would be a pretty good time. Again, I believe a 101, but I could be wrong. Now there's actually a invisible wall in front of Bowser's face on that first shot there. So you have to... Oh, geez. Yeah, it looks like this might have to be a fast 3-cycle here. Like I was saying, there's an invisible wall in front of Bowser's face on the first shot, so you actually have to shoot him a bit from the side. Or you'll just run right into the invisible wall in front of his face. Here you don't want the Boo to get under 200 health, or Bowser's head will go on backwards and he'll do a crazy running animation thing. And the runner will stand behind that pillar there in approximately that area, and that will make Bowser just automatically throw the spike balls instead of him walking towards Luigi. Let's see, can we get the fast 3 here? Yeah, there we go. And that's time for Mr. Afro. Good on him. Very clean 3-cycle there. Oh, I didn't even realize. Hey!
Interview?
Afro? Hey, how are you?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm good. It was a very exciting...
Yeah, you handled a lot of those boos very nicely, even though you didn't have the greatest RNG.
No, yeah, that was like the whole run bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Area 3, because I had bad RNG, but also Boo lost off, I could tell.
Yeah.
And that, it's like, I've been having the weirdest luck with that. Had the ice wander off in random areas and battle, so...
You know, I think your mic is cutting in and out. Don't know if that's just me though. Yeah, it wasn't, you had
now, is that better?
Oh yeah, that's way better. You had
Okay.
a steady lead for, pretty much the whole race. Yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. Yeah, this is appearing to be my average right now, just a 1 hour and 1 minute.
Yeah, and that's a really good time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your PB?
1 hour and 58.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. See, RNG. If you had better RNG, you definitely could have beaten that time.
Yeah. Yeah, and looks like Sandy's gonna be PBing as well.
Oh really? What was his PB again?
I think he had a PB of 113.
Oh geez. Oh yeah, this will definitely beat a 113.
So yeah, it was exciting for that.
Yeah, that's really
we were
exciting.
both going for like PB times, and I think I noticed during that race he went for like weird like he went for that money ghost in the dining room. I don't know if you remember that, but that was just something odd.
Yeah, like
And I remember before we started this, or we raced, we were talking about doing meme strats just to
yeah.
be funny. Like I would eat up Grimley's, or not, what's his name? I would eat his dinner I would eat his
Lugs.
dinner plate. Lugs, yeah.
Yeah. My stream is dead. Where is that? Oh,
What?
there we go. Oh, my stream was dead. That was weird. It's back though. Yeah. It looks like Sandy's working off a bit of older strats. I saw him using like older strats in Armory Room, and now he's cleared out the what's it called, the water room.
Oh yeah, the sewer room, I guess.
Sewer room. I can't.
Yeah.
The pipe room. I can't remember what that room is called. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's That you used to go for that boo instead of Van Gore boo?
Oh yeah. No, we don't
yeah.
do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he
Just
looks
some
like he just
little
has one more.
animations.
Looks like he just has one more boo to get.
Yeah.
I guess I could just stay and commentate with you.
Yeah, sure. You're probably better at it than I am.
No, I've definitely thought about participating and commentating in commentary.
It's nice to see different runners play.
Mm-hmm. I think why my area 2 was so bumpy is that I was kind of doing some new strats that I never did in a run before.
Oh yeah, such as?
Yeah, I was going for tech skip in laundry room.
Oh yeah, I did notice that you were trying for that.
I tried attempting to do that, but it just didn't work out because I didn't know how long to wait.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the hardest tech skips in the game.
Yeah.
Let's see how Sandy fares with these triples in here. That was the first two pretty
cool. Yeah. Yeah, this room has weird hitboxes and looks like he's taking it safe with some of the spawns. Especially the grabbers and sometimes the shy guys. Oh, it looks like he gets it.
You have to like you have to sort of let them clump up a little bit before you can go for that triple.
Exactly.
Oh geez, yeah, and I noticed that there's quite a few mushrooms around.
Oh yeah, poison mushrooms.
Yeah,
oh no.
You got a couple, Sandy got a couple.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
I remember one race I was watching that had 2 mushrooms spawn in the same room, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I have never seen that.
A lot in these versions. No, is he going for... Oh.
One thing I noticed...
Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe he didn't go for the pipe room though. Maybe that was Weston Blue. I might have been mistaken. I was more focused on your stream than his.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
this looks like
did.
this looks like a good good 2-cycle here.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Hopefully he doesn't do the same thing that Joven did last night.
Oh, it looks like it's a 2-cycle.
Go back and forth 6 times. But yeah, no, that was a really clean 2-cycle. Oh, and I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah.
Well, he could still get this.
Yeah, I much prefer the boo going to the middle of the room.
How much HP was that? 6.
6, yeah. I much prefer the boo going back to the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's a little slower, it's much more consistent.
Yeah. That boo likes to dance around in the hallways.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. This happened to me. He has to respawn the room. No! He's gonna... I hope he doesn't do what I did last time.
Okay, so what happened here?
Respawn room.
So he didn't collect the key?
Yeah, the key kind of despawns after you battle with the boo, kind of like in between going in rooms.
Okay.
This happened to me in my run, and I made the horrible mistake of reloading my game when all I had to do was respawn the room.
Oh, okay. See, this is something I've never encountered before.
Just leave and come back. Don't.
Oh, he mirror warped.
Reload game. Don't reload game.
See, You actually only need to go 2 rooms away in order to spawn a room, but it looks like he just mirror warped back.
Yeah.
But you actually only need to go like 2 zones away, so like...
Yeah, just leave 2 zones
2 portions of a hallway or 2 rooms.
Uh-huh.
Oh well.
Okay, what's
There
he
goes
doing?
that PB, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, he probably is gonna tie it, I guess. I don't know.
No,
No, yeah, he's
no,
definitely
not
not.
even.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's something I've actually never encountered before.
Yeah, I countered it once. It was actually like my last year race with someone.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that sort of thing can happen, and I definitely learned from that
Oh
sort of
yeah, that's a key.
situation.
At least the key doesn't like completely just disappear and your game's soft locked.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Um, yeah, that would
So yeah,
really suck.
we'll be heading to King Boo now.
hmm So, do you have any other comments on your run?
Um, I don't know. I think really all I can say at this point is that, despite all the de-resting that I've done just to be more consistent, it all is now coming down to RNG with the booze.
Yeah, that can be a really big factor in the run,
Yeah,
especially at a time like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I just remembered that like Area 2 has some bumpy RNG. It was like only for like specific rooms because the rest of them were pretty good. Like I had a boost switch on me in the anti-air room.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I think a boost switched in the ballroom as well, but he was not that far. It didn't take too much time to find him. So yeah, it's just RNG that I have to get good.
And unfortunately, you did get hit by that one, the ice ball there, so you lost the 2 cycle.
Oh.
Do you normally try for 2 cycles, or are you just are you comfortable with 3 cycles?
No, I can do 2 cycles. Actually, it's like the Boo or no King Boo. He
Yeah, it looked a little awkward.
He moved off of my vacuum, and then I lost the streak, and that's when I got hit because I was trying to get him back.
Yeah.
It was not a good position for me.
It was just some awkward movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally I don't see King Boo head like up toward like away from the camera. Usually he comes like towards the camera.
Yeah, or towards Bowser sometimes.
Hopefully this Bowser fight goes well for Sandy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do commentator's curse and go for like... I'm gonna not gonna go for like the best case scenario. I just predict a 3 cycle.
Probably. Yeah, it's gonna be real tough to even try for a 2 cycle with that amount of HP.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Oh yeah, he's going for a slow thing, I guess. Like I said before, yeah, going under 200 health makes the Bowser's head go on backwards, and then he gets disoriented, and he does this running animation, and it's quite slow compared to the fast 3 cycle. And you really wanna make sure that your position is where you need to be, so Bowser fires the spiky balls instead of if you're too close to him, he'll shoot fire like that. If you're like not as close but still close, he'll try and breathe, or like he'll try and suck you up. And if you're too far away, he'll jump up into the air and like jump up. Yeah.
I'm pretty far behind.
That was a really awkward angle.
Oh, hey Sandy. We're still watching you get that third cycle.
And there it is.
Gotta refresh. Oh, I guess that's as far as I go.
Yeah, and a 1:15:15. It's not terrible.
Well, GG.
Yeah, it was a good race overall.
Yeah, just a piece of advice: when that key disappears, you just have to leave and come back by exiting. Just go in like another room and then come back.
Yeah, you could, yeah, like so rooms respawn if you go like 2 zones away.
Yeah,
So if you go like 2 portions of a hallway away, or if you go 2 rooms away, then you can just go back to that room and it'll respawn.
So, what are we looking on the brackets right now? I think I'm moving on to round 2 of losers.
Is that what? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too familiar with the brackets.
That's
Oh,
okay. I'll just.
Sorry, I should.
Well, it was a good race.
Oh, someone did that already. Yeah, good job, guys. Anything you want to comment on with your run, Sandy?
No.
No? Okay, fair enough.
It's all for the lulz now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I guess I think there's another race coming today.
Yeah, there's one at 4 p.m.
Yeah, I think it's
or EDT.
Yeah, I think it's with Jared Giants and Skazi.
Yeah. 2 Ellen Giants. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that'll be a fun race to watch.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
All right. Well, I'll get going.
Yeah. Good job.